Face the king, face the king. I can already see your face is really pink. Go have a drink before you step up to me. I could knock you out 1, 2, 3. No Rocky 3, just Muhammad Ali. I'ma take a girl next and make her call me Poppy. Come back next time and maybe y'all shot at me. Alright, so who am I here today?
Sammy.
Alright, so what's the craziest thing you ever heard?
The craziest thing I've ever heard is someone personally told me that if you get one of the protein shakes here on campus, you'll literally start pooping out green, and they said that they do that a lot.
So let's say if the milkshake was white, then they think it's gonna be white as well?
No, specifically the drink that they got, I'm not sure which one it was. I just know it's like a green type of shake. Literally is like green, and so when they started drinking it, and then when they had to go to use the restroom, it turned green, and so now they just keep telling her.
Oh my god. So what about with red? Does he gonna think like they're like using the restroom red?
I have no idea.
Oh my.
I personally wouldn't even try that, but yeah.
Alright, so am I here today?
I'm Joshua.
Alright, so what is the craziest thing you ever heard?
The craziest thing I ever heard was I had a friend who was working at Walmart, and they had a really bad experience with a coworker at the time, and she tried to get the person fired. But the thing is, Walmart didn't want to do that for God knows. And the thing is, when the person found out that my friend tried to get her fired, she threatened to have her boyfriend come into the store and beat her up. The thing is, her boyfriend at the time was already in prison for something else. So how the fuck is he supposed to come in and beat her up if she's in prison?
Exactly, how?
Exactly.
Is he gonna sneak out of jail?
Bail him out just to try and attack someone just for him to go back to prison again.
Oh my god.
I don't know, man. Crazy people.
Alright, so who am I here today?
Julian.
Ashley.
Alright, so what's the craziest thing you ever heard?
One of my friends got scammed.
Wait, what? How much money?
It was like 500.
Wait, for what?
It was a debit card scam.
Alright, so what about you?
Wait, what was the question, sorry?
Alright, so what's the craziest thing you ever heard?
One of my friends cheated on her boyfriend.
What? Really? Actually?
Yeah.
And
was like-
wait, then what happened? Was there a fight?
Yeah, they got in a fight in the restroom, and yeah, so I was trying to go in, but I was like, no, just leave,
Were you at least recording that?
I didn't record it, but I didn't want to get into problems,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Alright, so am I here today?
I'm Marlene.
Alright, so what's the craziest thing you ever heard?
The craziest thing I probably heard was how climate change is affecting the extinction of animals.
Wait, from which area?
Antarctica, because of the polar bears and stuff, and the ice.
So what would your reaction be if one day ice will actually be melted off? Would that actually happen?
I mean, I would think so, yeah, because it's just getting worse and worse as time goes on.
So what do you think how it looks like right now? Is it from this time?
I would say pretty sad, because I've seen videos and the polar bears can't even go on that ice. Same thing with the penguins too.
Alright, so am I here today?
I'm Marissa.
Alright, so what's the craziest thing you ever experienced?
The most craziest thing I've experienced was when I was 13 years old. My parents kicked me out, and they reported me as a runaway.
And then what happened from there?
They just called the cops on me. There was helicopters. I was gone for 6 hours, and I didn't come home till 2. And then they sat me down where my house is at, and they just started screaming at me, yelling. The cops. And my mom was crying.
Wait, so they didn't at least put pictures of you saying missing children or missing child?
If they would have done that, I would have never came back.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so am I here today?
With Melanie.
Alright, so what is the craziest thing you ever heard?
The great thing I ever heard is many people are saying that the world will end soon, but the truth is in the Bible it doesn't say exactly the date or the time that the world will end or when Jesus comes for his church.
Alright, so who am I here today?
Diane.
Alright, so what's the craziest thing you ever heard?
The craziest thing I've ever heard would be probably one teacher being a Trump supporter. Yup.
And what is your reaction to that?
My reaction was damn, he's a freaking felon, and then they're following that is wicked, and they're a teacher. So yeah.
Wait, Buzz, this is something I need to know. I know it might sound racist, but what is he Mexican?
Who? The teacher? Yes, he is. 100%. Like, looks like one. The ethnicity, like, literally looks just like one.
Oh my god. I mean, we can't say nothing because they voted.
Yeah, literally. So, yeah, that's a wrap. And
Alright, so who am I here today?
With Angel.
Alright, so what's the craziest thing you ever heard?
The craziest thing I ever heard was back in September when people thought the rapture was gonna happen. I think it was around September 23 and 24. And those that thought that the rapture was gonna happen, they just sold everything that they owned. By everything, I mean like their homes, all the money they've ever had, and their savings, just because of something a pastor said, you know, about the rapture coming. Even though no one knows when the rapture is coming, it says so in the Bible that no one knows when the day is coming. Only the Father Himself, only God. So I thought that was the craziest thing that's ever happened.
Honestly, I really agree with that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, will you follow that up too?
Oof.
Because honestly, like you said, we don't know when it's gonna happen. So why would we believe that?
Exactly.
Like, even a random guy.
A random guy wouldn't have done that. Because, you know, it literally says no one knows when it's gonna happen. You can't just believe the word off of someone saying, "Oh, it's gonna happen this day. Prepare yourself." Like,
Exactly.
That doesn't add up.
Alright, so who am I here today?
I'm Devion.
Alright, so what's the craziest thing you ever heard?
My friend who plays Trash Royale with me said like the Berserker was fine. It was pretty freaking crazy because like I swear the Berserker's like a little midget. I'm like, damn, what the hell?
What?
Like, I mean, I feel like she's a midget and it's like, oh damn, why would you say that? That's freaking crazy. I don't know. I felt like that was crazy because it was just like, I feel like that's a little girl or something. So I was like, what the hell? It was like an out of pocket thing that he said.
Damn, so it was pretty random then.
Yeah.
And to be honest with yourself, what was your reaction on your mind? What was telling you?
I was like, what the hell? I mean, because I know my friend said, he says wild stuff all the time, but I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Because, like, it's not even late. It was like the middle of the day, and he just says something like that. I don't know, it's silly though.
Alright, so who am I here today?
Kimberly.
Alright, so what's the craziest thing you ever heard?
The craziest thing I've heard was that we should change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
How come?
Because it's stupid.
And because the Gulf of the Ocean touches more of Mexico than America.
Yeah, I just think it's stupidity. It's very dumb. But welcome to America, people.
Alright, so am I here today?
My name is Joel.
Alright, so what is the craziest thing you ever experienced?
A craziest experience I've done was probably taking shrooms with my cousin.
And how did that go? Were you good?
It was cool, but my cousin was tripping out a bit, and that's what made it funny.
Damn, dude. So it was at your cousin's house, right?
Yeah.
Wait, then how you got home?
No, what we did was we snuck out like at 9 at night, and we went to go get it at this park. We like met up with the plug, and like we got it, went back home. No one knew about it, and we took it around 10 at night.
Jesus.
So, and like we did, it was our first time, so we took like a big chunk, and so it lasted until like 6 in the morning, and yeah, it was cool because we were watching a lot of YouTube, and then he started tripping out hella bad. So
that's wild.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is. Alright, that's pretty good.
And then he wanted to sleep it off, so I almost wanted to sleep, but he couldn't. So we stayed up like another like 4 hours.
Wait, then what time do you guys even sleep?
We slept until like 6 in the morning. It started wearing off until, yeah.
Damn.
So we haven't taken it ever since.
And then from there, do you feel like you want to do that again or not anymore?
Sometimes I talk about it with them. I'm like, whenever you're down again, like let me know. Another trip, man, another experience. But don't do it, guys.
Yeah, don't, guys.
Don't do
Trust
it,
me,
bro.
it's not worth it, right? It's not worth it.
Nah, bro. Cause you do get you have anxiety or anything, you do get hella bad. So I wouldn't say don't do it.
All right, so am I here today?
With Leah.
All right, so what's the craziest thing you ever experienced?
The craziest thing I've ever experienced was witnessing a whole fire happening in where I used to live, in front of an alley, and it all just caught on fire, and the businesses caught on fire too.
Oh my god.
Sadly.
What kind of business was it?
A little market, but it was a liquor store next to it too.
Oh, and how do you feel about it? Because I believe you bought snacks, food, or something like that. Did you?
Buy some from there?
Yeah, from that little market.
Yeah, it's literally next to where I used to live, so it was everybody goes there.
Damn. And how did that make you feel?
Sad, because I kind of knew the people that ran it, so I was damn, for them to lose it, it's crazy.
All right, so am I here today? All right, so what's the craziest thing you ever experienced?
The craziest thing I've ever experienced was when my friend and her boyfriend, we were going to the club, and on the way there he hit another car and he just took off, and the other car was chasing us.
And how do you felt that time? Were you nervously scared?
Yes, I didn't want the police to get involved or anything, but we got away, so it's okay, I guess.
Hey, but as long as you got away safely, then you're good.
Yeah.
All right, so am I here today?
With Joshua Morales.
All right, so what's the craziest thing you ever experienced?
The craziest thing I've experienced is the ICE raids, the whole problem that's happening right now with racial profiling. People an example is down over there in downtown, how they have it all barricaded, people being scared to be outside, being taken away from families, Since I have undocumented parents, I feel like that correlates to me because, they could be gone in a moment and then I'm stuck with a big burden. So I'd say that's one.
Yeah. So how you guys are doing?
No, we're good, we're chilling, nothing major's happened, but one could never be sure,
Yeah. But that's good that you guys are fine, because you know why nothing has ever happened? That's because God is protecting all of us, and you already know, right?
Exactly.
That's something that we will never ever abandon, because God is always there for us.
Yeah, that is true, My mom, every day she prays that she's safe, that I'm safe, that my siblings are safe,
And God, and God is always listening to us 24/7. All right, so who am I here today?
My name is Katie.
My name is Jonathan.
Okay, so what's the craziest thing you guys ever experienced?
I think the craziest thing I've ever experienced was that when I started taking the J line to school, one time as I was waiting for the bus, some homeless guy started following me, and then on the elevator, he was on the elevator across, and then he was laying down on the floor, and he just started playing with his private part.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
You serious?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It was so bad. I was like, why are we dead at?
Did you at least report him?
No, he was across. I was just waiting for the bus. I just looked and I was like, bro, this is not real. And the door kept opening, closing, opening, closing. It was so weird.
Jesus. Alright, so what about you? What's the craziest thing you ever experienced?
Let's see. The craziest thing I ever experienced, when I was 12 years old, after a party, I was like, oh, I'm trying to go to sleep already. So I went to my room to go to sleep. Telling you, bro, I woke up, I seen 7 people in my room just walking through walls and stuff. I was like, damn, bro. I just sat there like this, under my blanket. I think I'm just hallucinating though. That's the most crazy thing I ever experienced.
God damn. That's wild.
I'm scared. Why are you laughing?
That's so weird.
It's traumatic.
I'm sorry, Crenshaw.
I mean, what do you think about that? Do you think it's weird or?
What?
Did you think it was real?
Yeah, because she thought what you said was weird.
Oh. If my thing was real or not?
With it,
no, that it was weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, it's weird, but it happens.
I mean, we're human at the end of the day. We all make mistakes.
Exactly. I might be a vampire, but who knows?
Alright, so am I here today?
Laura.
Alright, so what is the craziest thing you ever heard?
When my mom was on call with my auntie, and then my auntie
she had told my mom that my cousin was pregnant. And like, mind you, my cousin was like 15 years old. And then she had also told my mom that the baby daddy had died like a week later from self-suicide.
What?
Yeah,
That's and what was your aunt, right?
my aunt.
What was her reaction to that?
Well, she was of course like upset because I believe that my aunt had told my mom that he didn't want to like carry with the job of like having a child. So, but like that was actually like a really dumb reason to like kill yourself.
All right, so am I here today?
Oh, you're with Andre?
All right, so what's the craziest thing that you ever experienced or ever heard?
Like the crazy thing I heard is what's called like my brother, my twin right here, like this guy.
Okay.
He went to the party and like he took down a whole bottle of Everclear. He like finished the whole Nas tank by himself. Damn. He finished a pound of weed and he 5 girls in one day. Really? I swear, bro. I'm not even lying. Like on everything I love, like bro, he did that shit. Like. And like I have it on video, so if you guys want to see that, like you guys gotta like for part 2 and stuff like that. So we gonna get this guy to 1 million subs.
Oh jeez.
So like,
all right,
we
so
really
you
gonna
heard of
my guy right here.
how many likes?
100 likes. Let's get it to 100 likes.
All right, if this gets 100 likes, he's gonna post a video.
Yeah, I'll
and
post
we're
a
gonna
video.
show
I'll
it
post a
off.
video. Yeah.
All right, so who am I here today?
Monique.
All right, so what's the craziest thing that you heard or experienced?
Like a few years ago, by my house, there was a community fair, and it basically got shot up. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I was with my sister. And basically we had just separated because she went to go on a ride with her friends, and then all of a sudden we hear like she had left, and I hear people running, and all of a sudden like everyone started running, and then I had to look for her because people were saying like people were shooting. It was like all the way at the other side.
Oh
where
my god.
Yeah.
What would you consider as the worst experience or the worst like something that you ever heard?
I feel like it was probably one of my worst experiences because I was scared for my sister because I just left her. Yeah.
But hey, look, God is protecting you, and thank God you're still here with us. All right, so am I here today?
Elena.
All right, so what's the craziest thing you ever heard or ever experienced?
The craziest thing I ever experienced was sleep paralysis.
What?
Huh?
Is that how was it?
It was really scary. Basically, like you're just sleeping and then like your mind is awake, so like you try moving, but like your body can't move. So I remember I was just like trying to get up, but like I couldn't. So like my body was just like shaking a lot, like vibrating a lot, and like I feel like I couldn't move, and it was just really scary.
God damn. All right, so am I here today?
Joshua Galez.
All right, so what's the craziest thing you heard or experienced?
I think it was a time, freshman year of high school. Can't remember when exactly, but I think a couple of hours before school started. I was in my room. I was busy on Instagram as usual, not preparing for getting ready to school. We had this whole weird thing where you can leave random, I don't know if it was like those documents or QR things before school. It was like anonymous. I don't know what we were thinking, but then it was one thing that got posted on the story where it was some kid, I'm guessing, I don't know if it was a joke from this point or not because nothing ever happened, but he said during 3rd period or 4th period around the halls he was gonna shoot up the school because he got tired of it. So I immediately sent that to all my friends talking about, yo, I might get faded by 4th period, and I have the worst class to escape because I either had Miss Brooks, which was 1st floor, and she wouldn't let you out, so you're basically dead, or it was 3rd floor where you had 2 X's. We were all over here making our escape plan in case that was real. We went to school. There wasn't no cops or anything, so really didn't think that many major. But weird thing that it happened like again, but it was later on. By later on, I mean just when I was younger. It was in the 6th grade. I just got out of after school. I was about to go to visit my after school program, and then we had a lockdown because there was a shooting. Immediately I go to my kindergarten classroom. I start making jokes about it. was not a good idea because everybody was shitting bricks. But hey, I wanted to be the comedian of the time. It was not a good idea, guys. Everybody was crying for their mom. I was there over making jokes saying, well, I guess Michael Jackson's gonna meet me sooner than I thought. It was not a good idea. But I only had like many more, but so far those are the only ones I can think of on the top of my head.
All right, so who am I here today?
I'm Pomona.
All right, so what's the craziest thing that you ever heard or ever experienced?
Okay, when I was in high school, I went on a kayaking trip in this along the Kern River in Central California. And in the middle of the river, the rapids were really high and choppy. My boat got turned upstream, and I didn't know how to get out of that current, and my boat flipped over in the river. And it was moving like at about 60 miles an hour, the water current. So because I was in a kayak, I pulled what they call the skirt, so you can slide out the boat. And I immediately slide out the boat and came up and put my head up, because if I kept my head underwater and it hit a rock, I wouldn't be here today. It's that serious. So I floated maybe about 500 feet downriver, and then the people that I were with threw a life raft in the river to fish me out. And when I came out, I was so nervous. My legs were like this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and the whole time, it was like a class. We were all learning to kayak. And before I went down the rapids, the instructor was like, whatever you do, hold on to the paddle, because we paid $300 for it. Now, at the time, I'm just thinking about my life and my safety. So when I got over to the side of the water, I was like, I held on to the D paddle. And that's the craziest thing I've ever experienced.
All right, so am I here today?
Chloe.
All right, so what is the craziest thing you ever heard?
The craziest thing I've ever heard was from this 6-year-old man when he said, old enough to bleed, old enough to breed.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. He was just hitting on me in some weird way.
Oh my God. And what was your thoughts about that? Did it make you feel comfortable?
Honestly, it aggravated me and it made me feel uncomfortable, but I just walked away.
Oh my. And what was your face reaction when he said that? Be honest, what was your face reaction?
I was just disgusted.
Yeah.
I was just disgusted.
Yeah.